I woke where wood had lost its claim, a ceiling high enough to bear a window letting morning air. The door stood clear, the lock was turned. Roxas sat where I could see his hands, not close enough to make demands, not far enough to leave me there alone with what had shaped my fear. A pale mark cut the dust beside the wall where something used to hide. A trunk had stood there, then was gone. He'd read the room before the dawn. He had not named what he had done, but made the gesture cleaner still. No chest, no lid, no waiting square, no object left to teach my breath the old dimension of despair, the narrow etiquette of death. He had not made the chamber kind, he had made it accurate, a space my body could define without being forced to answer it. So this is what the dark has made. Not peace, I have no use for that. A sharper order newly laid, where older truths no longer sat. The death I sought was not a lie. I will not cheapen what I was, but when the dark closed every sky, my first truth answered through his cause. The end I wanted kept its name, but lost the first place in my heart. Then memory, precise and spare, returned without permissions. Art, the castle doors left open there, the rooms lit softly before dark, the corridors that did not close, the thresholds never turned to snare, the quiet law his silence chose. I entered and the space was fair, a book, a stair, a candle's thread, the table where the hours stayed, the room prepared before I said that I had learned against my will to like the time that gathered near. I miss the castle, there it stands, a smaller sentence than it feels. I miss the rooms that knew my pace, the lamps already warm with flame, the silence that had found a place where I could enter without shame. I miss the life I did not call a life while it was learning breath. I miss the hours slight and small that stood between my hands and death. You watch me hear what I had said. The stillness changed across his face, not triumphs, not relief, instead a grief made newly given place. The order touched him when it closed, the wood above my breath and bone, it gave his ancient calm a road, a target colder than a throne. I know the weight his silence hides, I know what follows when it turns, a structure marked by old designs has taught his love exactly where it burns. The box was not a singular crime, it was a practice kept alive, contained delay, preserved the time, let breathe in proof, remain deprived. So Rayon did not merely last in seal, in ring, in hidden line, it kept a hand upon the past waited, it obeyed, it tried. I will not go back to the thread that made the grave my cleanest store. The wish was real, the wish is dead. As first commanded rules no more. Love is no shelter from the cold. It is the truth that makes me keep my eyes on what has learned to store the living body as a sign on every lock, on every door, on every mercy drawn to find. The being walks, the order wakes, the old design has found the day. The life I chose is what it takes to meet the dark and not look away. The room stayed wide, his hand was still beneath my own. The absent trunk, the open side, the morning's thin and borrowed tone. We could not leave, not yet. The prophecy had crossed our room. The being breathed between unseen and Orion kept its practice gloom. But doubt had lost its final throne. I looked at him, the words came plain and all my own. When this is done, take me home. His face held still, then failed by less than any stranger would have known. One tear broke through his cold finesse and crossed the red line of his own. I let it live, I let him see the truth no death had taken hold. The road remained, the debt would be paid before we touched that goal.